Hello everyone, welcome back to Maths Solve. In today's lesson, we will be going through cosine rule. So if you look here, we have the equation a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos a. What does this even mean? Right? We don't really know, but let's dive in and see what that means. So we have a triangle here. It doesn't matter if it's isosceles, equilateral, scalene, it can be any type of triangle. But what we have to see is we have to associate an angle with the side, an angle with the side, an angle with the side. And once again, one of the things you need to keep in mind, it doesn't matter which angle it is. It doesn't really matter which angle you name it as. I can name this as angle B, this as angle A, this as angle C, but you just have to distinguish them to be three different angles. So once you have named them three different angles, it doesn't even have to be ABC. It just can be XYZ. But to make your life a bit easier, I will suggest keep it ABC because the equation is in terms of ABC. Yeah. So you name all three angles of the triangle to be either A, B, or C. So usually if I start with A, then the next one is B, the next one is C. Yeah, you name them. Then you name the corresponding side to be the side length. So you will use a small letter to represent lengths and capital letter to represent angles. So it's very important you go for the direct opposite sides. Don't just go for the side next to the angle. You go to the direct opposite side to the angle. So in this case, for A, it will be this, and for B, it will be this, and for C, it will be this. Yeah? Hopefully that makes sense. This is the first step. Label your diagram. Label your triangle. This would make your life 100 times more easier. Yeah. So once you have labeled, all you have to do is sub the corresponding values to the equation, and you rearrange it to find the answer. So if I have to give you an example, let's say this was 30 degrees. Let's say this was maybe 20 degrees, 40, 50, let's call this 70 degrees, why not? This to be 80 degrees, yeah? So let's assume these three sides to be these given values, and I'm trying to find A, and I know the side B, let's say is 10 centimeters, and side C is, let's say, 7 centimeters. What I will do is literally just identify what the values are for the corresponding unknowns and just sub that in. So we don't really know A because that's what we're trying to find. So leave it as it is. So A squared is equal to B squared. So what is B? B is 10. So that would be 10 squared. Then what is C? C is 7. So that will be plus 7 squared minus 2. 2 just stays the same. Then that times B, which is 10, C, which is 7, and then it is times by cos A. But what is A? A is 30 degrees. So that goes in here. So now all you do is simplify this. 49 minus 140 cos 30. Hopefully it is a solid value because I made up the question on top of my head, so I need to be a bit careful there. Okay, cos 30 is root minus 140 times root 3 over 2. So if you simplify this, you should you should get a squared is equal to 27.756 ... But are we done? Have we found a? No, you haven't. You have found a squared. So to find a, what you need to do next is square root on both sides, which means a is actually equal to 5.268 ... centimeters. So I will just round it to either whole number or to one decimal place, in this case whole number, which is 5 centimeters. And you have just figured that out. So that's pretty much it in terms of cosine rule.